Today, we'll be talking about the end of Disney Plus. I don't think Disney Plus is going to be around for much longer. We all know a couple of days ago, Disney announced they were losing subscribers. We talked about Marvel, we talked about Star Wars today, we talked about Pixar. Pixar one is the most viewed as well. Let's thank every one of you for viewing the video, obviously. But, Disney Plus is done. Okay? Yeah. Of course, they call streaming the future, but it really isn't. And I've been telling people this for a while. Disney Plus is not the future of Disney, obviously. Disney Plus has been a failure. Okay? Disney Plus has been a failure. Okay? Bob Iger is stupid because Disney Plus has been a failure. Okay? Yeah. And we're going to go over all of the things going around with Disney Plus very recently. So we know Disney Plus has lost millions of subscribers in Asia. 3 to 4 million in Asia. Okay? 3 to 4 million. Okay? They're also losing millions of dollars in Disney Plus. Okay? Yeah. Streaming, but again, according to Bob Iger, streaming is the future of Disney. They're the future of Disney. But what if they can't turn around streaming? And we all know why they announced 2025, because Disney's desperate for money. Disney's desperate that the people who have nostalgia for Toy Story will come around for a fifth time. Okay? Yeah. That they come around for a fifth time. Okay? Yeah. But Disney Plus has reported $1.5 billion loss. Its subscribers fell around 2.4 billion. Okay, that's the actual numbers. 2.4 billion. And, this includes the whole world, obviously. But Disney Plus has lost 2.4 million subscribers. Okay? We always talk about Marvel, fail on Disney Plus. And how Star Wars failed on Disney Plus, despite how well The Mandalorian did. And how Pixar, despite how great Pixar is, according to many people online, no one came to tune around for the Pixar TV shows. Because, of course, they were way worse than the actual movies that came out decades before the TV shows. No one watched any of them. And Disney, of course, thinks that listening to Boo House are more important than listening to everybody else, of course. And that's the downfall of Disney. Okay? Their opinions matter more than us. Okay, the 5 people on Twitter, as I call them. Their opinions matter more than everybody else online. Okay? That's why Splash Mountain was maintained. That's why that Proud Family reboot is failing. Because Disney thinks that Boo House matter more. Their opinions matter more than ours. Which is pretty sad. Okay? Now they're paying the price for listening to the far left. They're losing 7,000 jobs, which is very sad for the people who lost their job. They're losing subscriber numbers. No one is watching Disney. Okay? People are tuning out of Disney company. Yeah. Nothing is, yeah. Disney softens its Hulu talk, but they're planning on, they're probably selling Hulu to someone else. Okay? How long, if Disney continues the role that's going on, how long until they sell Star Wars? How they sell Pixar and they sell Marvel because they want money? Kind of like a Marvel comics to sell everything. We're really seeing the fall of Disney Plus. Okay? The fall of Disney Plus. And all they had to do was give us stuff that people actually wanted to see. Not stuff for nobody. Because what is that on Disney Plus? The Marvel shows? Oh, nobody watched any of them. No one watched Moon Knight. No one watched Miss Marvel. No one watched the Werewolf show. No one watched the Guardians of the Galaxy show. None of them did well. Okay? That's why you don't see Miss Marvel and Moon Knight toys anywhere at stores. Okay? If you want figures or toys of those characters, you have to go on Amazon to get them, because nobody wants toys of those characters. And it's not just, of course, the TV shows, because nobody watches the TV shows. It's also the movies, too. Nobody is watching the movies anymore. They're doing way worse at the box office, as we all know. But let's go back to 2019. What are the highest grossing movies of 2019? Okay. What is the studio that made most of the highest grossing movies of 2019? Avengers Endgame, Disney. Lion King remake, Disney. Frozen 2, Disney. Captain Marvel, Disney. Star Wars, Disney. Toy Story, Disney. And Aladdin, Disney. Almost every of the highest grossing movies of Disney are made by Disney, other than Joker, Jumanji, and Spider-Man. And Spider-Man's part of the MCU, so you can't really count that. So that means it's 8 out of 10. Okay, 8 out of 10. Okay, The Mandalorian was off to a pretty strong start. Okay, it was the reason why so many people went to go subscribe to Disney Plus, because Star Wars is still has a lot of fans. But even they screwed up Star Wars, they screwed up Marvel, they screwed up and of course they screwed up Marvel, even though every show is supposed to be canon to the MCU. Okay, there was really no point in watching many of these shows. But you now were expected to watch the shows if you want to understand everything. That's why Marvel was dying. That's why Marvel was doing way worse, because not everybody wants to subscribe to Disney Plus. Okay? For example, let's talk about movies that come out this year. Ant-Man to watch Quantumania. Apparently, if you want to understand that movie, you're going to have to watch WandaVision. You're going to have to watch, and if you want to watch the Marvels, you're going to have to watch the Miss Marvel TV show. What if you watch DOW, watch both movies? Apparently, you won't understand what's going on or understand why some of the characters are there in those movies, because it's too bad you didn't subscribe to a city-ass streaming service. Too bad. Okay? And Disney Plus is dying. Nobody cares about Disney Plus anymore. Nobody's watching anything on there. Okay? And people have said, what's there to watch on Disney Plus? Nothing. There's nothing worth watching. There's a show about a squirrel. Okay? A new Ice Age movie that nobody likes. Proud Family people that nobody asked for and nobody likes. Nobody watches the Marvel shows. Okay? Nothing on Disney Plus makes money. Okay? The only thing that did was The Mandalorian. And that came out in 2019. And WandaVision and Loki. And those came out in 2021. Okay? Disney Plus hasn't had a successful thing last year, and this year. Okay? In the past year. Okay? And that's pretty sad. This is supposed to be the unstoppable streaming service. This is supposed to be the greatest streaming service of all time. You have two of the highest grossing movie franchises of all time, Star Wars and the MCU. But they still managed to kill off Disney Plus. You have Pixar, one of the most beloved and successful animation studios of all time. They released two shows and nobody watched any of them. And of course, you have some of the most popular brands in all of history, like the Disney princesses and of course Star Wars and Marvel. Still, no one's watching Disney Plus. And now we have rumors that Disney Plus will be sold off to shows here. Okay. Disney Plus, they're offering to sell Hulu, but according to rumors online, Disney is selling Marvel shows and The Mandalorian to other competitors. This doesn't spell the end of Disney Plus. Well, yeah, this is gonna be pretty bad. But again, according to Bob Iger, streaming Disney Plus, as what we're talking about, is the future. No, it isn't. If you freaking selling off your movies and TV shows that are exclusive only to Disney Plus, the main draws to Disney Plus, well, Disney Plus is dead. It's done for. But supposedly it's Disney Plus is the future of Disney. But nothing has done well on Disney Plus since Loki. Okay. Turning Red bombed, as we all know. The Marvel shows last year bombed. Okay. Nothing did well. The last major success on Disney Plus was Encanto. Okay, and that came out that was a year ago. Okay, ever since then, everything has bombed. No one has watched any of this stuff, because nobody wanted to watch any of this stuff. Okay, here. It says, Mandalorian, Orville, WandaVision, Loki, Andor, Bad Batch, and Obi-Wan Kenobi, Willow, and several others. And probably other stuff like Miss Marvel, Moon Knight, Hawkeye, all the Marvel shows, to other streaming platforms, including Apple, Paramount Plus, and Peacock. Yep. And an unidentified fourth streaming platform was likely either Amazon Prime Video or Netflix. This is the end of Disney Plus. Disney Plus is on its knees. Okay, this is supposed to be the greatest streaming service of all time, but really is a lackluster streaming service. It really is. It's a bare bones streaming service. And if Doomcock is right, I watched the whole video too. This spells the end of Disney Plus. The unstoppable rise of Disney Plus, as we all were told. And Disney Plus would be the best streaming service. It would have 400 million users by, 2024. Well, they're losing users. They can't even gain people now because nobody wants to watch anything on Disney Plus. Because Disney Plus is a failure.